Welcome back. We want to introduce you this afternoon to an 8's hero who didn't hesitate to help others when he became part of this chain reaction crash New Year's Day in Vancouver. Even though his car was hit by a Jeep on SR 500 before Stapleton Road, Dakota Wright jumped into action with a first aid kit he had in his vehicle. Dakota joins us in studio along with Trooper Will Finn of the Washington State Patrol. Welcome to you both.
Happy New Year, thanks.
Dakota, first of all, what do you remember about the crash itself?
It was pretty much any day driving. What it boiled down to it was I initially heard the screeching of a vehicle coming at high speed, and I knew immediately something was wrong. Due to my background from military training and what I do for a living, I noticed prior to that I was in a boxed-in situation. I had a car in both sides of me and in front of me, and then to my rear, and so I had nowhere to go. So by the time I had heard the vehicle screeching from the rear, looked in my rear view mirror, and within seconds it was upon us that we were getting slammed into by another vehicle.
You said you had your daughter in the car?
Yes, my 2-month-old daughter.
So you checked immediately on those in the car, and then what said to you, I got to help other people?
Well, it's kind of a.
I can tell this is very emotional for you, and you very bravely grabbed this kit that you had, started handing out simple things like gauze, maybe Band-Aids.
Gauze, Band-Aids, ice packs. Being from my line of work and dealing with people that I do, it's, when you're a veteran, it makes you a very special kind of human being, in my opinion.
And one who wants to help others in all situations. Trooper, when you hear a story like this, what do you say to folks about what they need to know when they come upon a situation where help is needed?
Absolutely. Well, anytime that there's a collision involved, it's not something that folks deal with on a daily basis like troopers do. So when we arrive on scene, we want to assess the situation and make sure if there's any injuries that we can get aid there as quickly as possible if they're not already on scene. But anytime someone is involved in a collision, we ask that you either stay in your vehicle if you're unable to move it off the side of the road and wait for aid to get there. But if you are able to get out of the vehicle, then stand safely on the shoulder and wait for those to show up to help.
And Dakota, we know a child was taken to the hospital. Have you been in contact with the family at all? Any update on that?
I have, and I've been talking regularly with the family, and as far as I understand, the young man is going to be okay.
Wonderful.
We, my company, we look forward to treating that family with a very warm welcome as soon as we can, and as soon as that young man's out of the hospital. I would like to remain, compassionate to, their security of not only, what's going on and everything.
Absolutely.
Like that. But
Trooper, a final word from you. You mentioned stand at the side of the road, but there are those like Dakota who can't help but get involved because of their training.
Absolutely. Well, when you see a young child that's hurt or someone's obviously in distress, you want to help. There's that instinct inside of us as humans that we want to get out there and help. Never go above your capabilities. That's one thing that we tell folks when we're out there as well. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, then don't help, but maybe just comfort the person. Maybe just, in this case, we had some parents involved. We're trying to help a child, but in other situations where maybe you have a broken arm or something that's been in a pretty serious injury, just standing by with somebody that may not have someone else in the vehicle or is incapable of helping the other person, just standing by and just talking to them, let them know that there is help coming.
And I think at the least, it's just a good reminder. So often these days we see people just on their cell phones recording everything. So
Absolutely.
At the very least, use the phone to call 911.
Absolutely.
And to try to do something positive.
I definitely saw more people on the side of the road just watching
with their
or with their phones.
Yeah.
I made a Facebook post for my company, Facebook page, describing the situation. I was also emotional.
Yeah.
I was pretty shooken after the fact. But I would like to see more people to carry medical kits. It doesn't even have to be an advanced one. Yeah. Just a few Band-Aids.
Just the basics.
Just the basics.
Yeah. Well, a great message, Dakota. Thank you for being here, Trooper Finn, as
Absolutely.
well.
Thank you.
A wonderful message today. We'll be back with more after this.